Hey, what's going on? This is Chip Dizard, Web Video Chefs. Wanted to give you a behind the scenes look. I get a lot of questions often about, plain walls. I'm in a conference room, I'm in a house. How do I get something to look like it's a studio look? And I was shooting the other day, Pastor Lola Moore, my friend, and she was just doing some things for a website. And I want to just go over. We shot actually probably in the worst place possible. Let me just give you the genesis here and the background. So it was in a girl's dorm, first of all. So we had a girl in the room, first of all. So how awkward was that? Second of all, the ceilings were high. It was a big echo for audio. Then they had air conditioning or some kind of fans that we had to turn off. So, a lot of times in video production, you have to make the best out of a bad situation. So I want to show you a picture. We did 2 days shoots, and I'll show you what I did from day 1 to day 2, and I will show you footage from both shoots. All right, so this is a room we were working with. So this is a recreation room. I had a 2 light setup. I used LED lights from Dracast. I'll put the link in the description and the annotation so you can see what types of light I use. That was a Canon 7D, and right there on the floor there I have markers where she's to stand. Then I lavalier mic her. I right now I'm all about either using my iPhone for a mic or I'm using a wired mic. I just you don't have to worry about interference. I just like wired mic. Now if you look up top, you see to the right, I'm sorry, see that little window, little air conditioning? I mean, it was dark in there. All right, it was dark. So I decided to take a 1,000 watt with light panels, my light panels light here, Dracast actually, and put that as a key light. So I put that right by my tripod, and then I just had the other light. I wanted that light to reflect on the wall to give me some balance. So from this picture, you can see that it's like a greenish tint color. So without these lights, I would not have been able to do the shoot whatsoever. So let's go down. Once we see Lola in the shot and we see how I framed her, I have torso shot. Don't have her. Then you see where she's standing, and then we mic'd her up. I mic'd her up. Now I did this all by myself, so just want to say mic'd her up. And if a lot of times you're doing shoots by yourself or for yourself, it's hard to do this without another eye. All right, so we're just looking at the room. It's a recreation room. Nothing pretty, anything about it at all. So let's go to the third slide. This is just another vantage point. And you see where she's standing, and you see how she's talking. And you see we even have some light coming in up top in the top right-hand corner. And I'm taping, and these phones are just production pics with my iPhone as she is going forth. So I know you're wondering, how in the world does that look? Glad you asked. So let's see what I have. This is the final video frame. All right, so let's go back. Let's see how ugly and nasty that looks. And then we'll see the final video frame. And I'm going to show you some video from that. So you can make situations look good depending on how you frame it, depending on where you are and everything like that. So what I want to do, I want to add some color because I didn't like this. I needed some character to the wall. It's nice. It's just a website intro. So on day 2, I decided to go ahead and get my filters. So you can look these up on Amazon or B&H. These are old filters. I found these professional lighting filters. These are only like $15. If you get some online on B&H or Amazon, just type in filters, okay? I have the warm and I have the vivid. I decided on the warm. Her logo is orange, so I want to make sure I did an orange look. So the next slide you're going to see is the orange look. So we moved a little bit. We moved to a new room, and then as you see, I put some gaff tape up on the air conditioner. I had to unplug that because she was, that thing was going on and on, or that heat, whatever it was. But I want to make sure that she had some type of look behind her instead of just the plain wall with no character. So I used some clothespins. I didn't show a picture of this, unfortunately. Some clothespins, and I to the barn doors of the LED lights. I put them there, and I just lit behind. I really like how a light behind you can look. It just really gives a lot of good vibes and character anytime you do that. All right, here's another, just a production pic, and you'll see the the 500-watt light underneath my tripod, and you'll see how I just use a microphone, and it was too lazy to put down tape, so I said, hey, just stand. That's your mark and where you can stand. All right, so I want to show you this last pic. That is how it looks, okay? So it goes from this, looking like that, the green wall, to this. Now, it doesn't matter. I know this picture may not impress you and may not do anything for you, but let's go into the editing system and let's look at the difference in the final video. So I won't play the audio, but I will play the video for you. So now let's take a look at the footage from the shoot. Okay, I'm in Final Cut Pro 10, and here is the footage from her shoot. So this is that video that we just saw, and I wanted to make sure that you saw it. And here it is right here. So this is how it looks. So when I'm playing it, let me just turn the audio down here so you don't have to worry about it. So this is how it looks. It looks like a studio setting. So looks pretty good if you ask me. All right. So that's fine because we put the logo up top here, got some music here. Now let's go and let's look at the footage from her other shoot. And let me just put that down here on the timeline here. And let's look right here and let's look at here. All right. So this is another shoot. I'm just going to put this on the timeline here. And let's look at the comparison. All right, there. Okay, and then we go here. I do have a little shadow here, so what I would do in Final Cut Pro, all I would do is just put this here and just like enlarge her a little bit there and just move her down. All right, so see that little shadow? I didn't crop it well in the camera, so I would just make that change. But I just wanted to show you, and actually I will move her. Actually, I will just do this, scale it just like that, or either move her over or something like that. So I want to show you how either way, whatever look you're going for, and that orange, I didn't try the other things, but to me, I like the warm feel, and I like what she has going on here and how she's looking like this. So let's make it larger. All right, she looks a little soft. Let me make sure this is the right one. Yeah, I did a couple of them. One of them was always check your focus because I know I always zoom right in. All right, this is the one that's better. Yeah. So just looking at it right here. Okay. So again, I would just get that over, but you can see the difference, the warming filter and then the regular filter here. Either way. And then I did adjust the saturation, or this one I didn't do any color correction as of yet or do anything. But I just wanted you to see how you can take a drab wall. There's so many different lighting techniques that you can do with this. But for the beginner, if you don't know anything else about lighting, you can light the person like I did with something called key light, and then light behind them. If you can't get the light behind them, just at an angle and light the background so it looks like they have something, like they're in a studio, because this is a real professional look, and you want to make sure that it doesn't matter where you are. I do these videos like this in my basement often. I'm going to show you, I do a lot of basement videos. I'm trying to think, where are they? Like right here. I'm in my basement, and if you saw the background of this, if I went a little bit lower, it would look crazy. You're like, oh my God, so just changing shirts. I can put filters in there, and this, believe it or not, is like a greenish kind of wall, light green hue kind of wall. So my thing is always, if you can get a filter, you can change the color, you can change the look of your wall, change your shirt, and go from there. If you have any questions, please hit ask@webvideochefs.com or hit me up directly. Like I said, I'm not a lighting guru. I'm just like you. I know enough to be dangerous, and when you're starting out, you just want to make sure your lighting is just spot on, and you can see the people and see the person, and especially your audio as well. But right now, this is just a lighting when you have a room that it looks like you can do nothing with, especially if you're in a conference room or you're at home, not a lot of space. All you need is enough space for your talking head, and you can do a good lighting setup. All right, take care.